Throughout this gameplay, I'm going to show you guys how even a noob could do super well with Caustic. So immediately I'm putting these barrels on the outside of the zip lines so that the enemies can't see it. Now this SMG, it's going to come in super handy because when somebody does walk into those barrels, you're going to be able to walk around them as they're kind of stunned. So, double SMG this whole game was very fruitful for me, especially the R9 here. Now, after I do work for this down, the Revenant's going to look at me here, but not like totally commit after this big grenade. And so after I take a couple shots here, I think to be honest, he completely backs off. So we don't actually end up fighting this Revenant. But now when I do enter this fight, again, I'm putting these barrels down out of sight. I don't actually block off doorways. I put them in doorways and hope that people walk into them. Now, my buddy here doesn't listen to my comms, unfortunately. I don't know if he didn't hear me, but he gets shot in the back and he goes down. Which, okay, immediately I'm going to get pushed. So if you do get pushed, start popping those barrels up, put them out of sight. So again, out of LOS, he walks straight into it. Just like I said, you're going to be spraying that. SMG is the way to go with it. So my gas is slowing him down here. Putting my battery in. Now, I probably didn't need to put an extra barrel here, but you're getting pushed. Pop it, because sometimes these things don't always go off. So for me, rather than hope they go off, I just set them off myself by shooting them. Now, my buddy, he's actually pretty weak here, and so I do waste my ultimate here to give us a little bit more time and start pre-aiming the door that has the nade on it, because that's probably where he's going to push through. Now, what you're going to see here is the Wraith gets hit by my gas. And so, what you have to recognize when they do get hit by your gas is you have to push immediately, because that stun effect's only going to last so long. Now, this guy, he just is living on a prayer, and I am aggressively pushing, and I'm really just going to take him out with little to no effort here. So, the game's going pretty good so far, and, when somebody does go down on your team, sometimes it just does well for you because you do want them to push you as Caustic, and they did exactly what I would hope they would do, which is push. Now we're fighting this Bamboozler here and a Wraith. So I know that the Wraith is going to push in here to give cover for the teammates, so I make a loop so he doesn't expect where I'm coming from. Did so much damage, you just have to push out and take those. Aim assist is crazy, isn't it? So now his buddy's going to come over, give him help. Knowing he's a support legend, has some sort of res ability, I do keep that in mind when I'm fighting teams. And again, I was just popping off with 4-3 linear aim assists. Nothing they can really do about it there, unfortunately. So again, we're putting the barrels out of LOS when they're coming up these zip lines. And now I'm not going to put a barrel down there because I thought I was getting chased. So if you are in a fight and a barrel is needed to be put down, pre-aim the way that they're going to come from first before you actually put the barrel down, because a lot of times putting your barrel down can get you a lot of trouble. So I'm going to put that down there just because that Wraith is a little shifty and they do crawl up the side. I do want to be aware of it. Now, one of the great things about playing Caustic is that you get to choose when you come in and out of the building, rather than the other way around. Something that my buddy could have did there a little bit differently was, baited for them to come into the building like I did. And when this Bangalore here was sitting on the door, if somebody ever is sitting on a door, I have my barrels there, and if they're not willing to push in as if, I would hope they would, I just shoot the barrel, open the door, and it's going to leak through. And again, I saw that 5 ticking on that guy. Immediately, I know I need to push. And, sometimes people are just so weak fighting in and out of these buildings that they just go down like they did there. Now, at this point in time, I'm telling my buddy, hey, we need to get to this building because it's the center of the next circle. And when you do get to the next building, or wherever you're needing to be, especially as Caustic, you need to get where you need to get, because if you get stuck in the open, you might get F, because you're not like a Newcastle or a Gibby as a big boy, and you're a big target. And when you do get to your next location, really make sure that you get your barrels down, control the area, not just for peace of mind for you, but your teammates, they play a little bit differently knowing that you're a control legend. And so you just kind of make sure you fulfill your role. And, when it comes to reviving as Caustic, I actually feel pretty comfortable with it because people can't really push through your gas. And if they do, I'm just going to walk around with my SMG. I'm going to get this revive off here. And it's actually one of my favorite revives as Control Legend. Now, as the circle gets really small, I'm starting to look for areas where I can throw my barrels because once they do close in, they're going to be walking right into them, which is, the advantageous part for me. Now, what you're going to see here is I did get a tick there, so give me a notification, of course, so that I can pre-aim this guy. But the end game here, we see a perfect catalyst wall dividing two teams and that team by themselves, because what they're trying to do is force us to fight before they do. So what I notice here is that it is a Watson, so I have to take this gen out because that will get rid of your barrels and your ultimate. And after I do that, my ultimate here is just the perfect ability for the end game. And I'm just going to go to work here.
Give me knock. Crawl forward. Give me knock. Let's
And guys, that is all we wrote. I hope that you took something away from this video. I really love playing Caustic, especially with my buddy Jobo Bear. And you can see there, I really earned that lemonade. But thanks for being here, guys, and I will see you in the next video.